Hi! Today we are going to discuss how the jury system works in New South Wales.
Juries hear and determine both criminal matters and civil claims. In criminal trials, a jury hears evidence, applies the law as directed by the judge, and decides if a person is guilty or not guilty of a crime based on the facts. Whereas, in civil trials, the trial judge will outline the issue. The jury needs to consider in deciding who is at fault.
Each year, as much as 200,000 potential jurors may be randomly selected from the New South Wales electoral roll and included on a jury roll. Approximately 150,000 people on the roll are sent a jury summons notice at some point in the year. This notice requires them to come to court where they may be selected as a juror for a specific trial. Out of these, just 9,000 people a year are selected to serve on jury panels for specific trials. They are then impaneled as jurors.
In most cases, there is no need to respond to the notice of inclusion unless the person has to advise the sheriff of a change in personal details or request to be removed from the jury roll because of ineligibility or exemption from jury service. People may be excluded from the jury roll because they hold particular high public office, such as Governor General or members of the Executive Committee, or have a criminal conviction, are serving a term of imprisonment or detention, have lost a driver's license, or are undischarged bankrupts. Plus, people may be exempt or have a right to claim exemption from jury service because of their employment. Those who can apply for exemption include doctors, dentists, clergy, and emergency workers. People who are exempt or excluded have to complete the form on the back of the notice of inclusion, attach copies of supporting documents, and send the notice back to the office of the sheriff.
A summons is usually sent out a month before the potential jurors have to come to court. This gives them time to talk to their employer and family and make arrangements for what will happen if they are selected for jury service on the day they report to court. The jury summons will inform the potential jurors about which court to go to, the location of the court, the date and time they are required to attend, an estimate of the length of the trial, and panel thereon. Panel attendance information, recorded message number, and web listing, whether the case will be criminal or civil, and contact details for sheriffs.
The potential jurors must report to the court, which is listed on their jury summons. After passing through security screening at the court building, they will be shown to the jury assembly room and asked for proof of identification and the jury summons notice. They will be handed a jury card with a number on it. The jury process will be explained and they will be shown a short video about what to expect in court. Once the trial is ready to commence, potential jurors are taken into groups into the courtroom. The judge's associate draws out juror numbers from a ballot box. Whoever's number is called will be asked to take a seat in the jury box. The juror numbers will then be called the second time. Both the prosecutor and the defense counsel can challenge a juror without giving reasons. They are each allowed a minimum of 3 challenges. Once there is a full panel of jurors, each person who has been selected is asked to take an oath, or an affirmation to carry out his or her task faithfully and impartially. The jury chooses a representative or foreperson who will deliver the verdict at the end of the trial and answer any questions the court may ask the jury.
The amount paid for jury service depends on the length of the trial and current employment status. People who are not employed include carers, stay-at-home parents, retirees, and unemployed people. With the current daily rate, all jurors are paid $104.75 per day for the first 10 days of trial. From day 11 onwards up until the end of the trial, jurors who are not employed will still receive the same rate, while jurors who are employed will receive $235.65.
The potential jurors must plan their day at court. No parking is provided, and any parking fines will not be reimbursed. Smoking and mobile phone are also prohibited in the court. No need to wear a suit and tie, only neat and comfortable clothes. The jury summons notice and a set form of identification must be brought. In addition, they should bring their bank account details in order to receive the jury allowance if they are selected as a juror.
All jury discussions must occur in the jury room and only when all jurors are present. They should never discuss the case with any other people. Jurors should ask for assistance of the court officer if they ever needed one. At the end of the trial, jurors go to the jury deliberation room to consider their verdict. It is important for jurors to consider all the evidence carefully, as it will have a significant effect on the lives of other people. The foreperson is to supervise the discussion. Each juror should be given a chance to participate. The representative should respect the opinions and different viewpoints that the jurors bring to the case.
Once a verdict has been decided, the foreperson will send a note with the court officer advising the judge that a verdict has been reached. The jurors will return to the courtroom, where they will be asked if they agree on the verdict. The foreperson then announces the verdict. Immediately after this, the judge will discharge the jury and jurors and will be permitted to leave the court complex.